camera in the middle, back in the middle.
Okay, we're live. Okay.
Okay.
Hold the signs. All right, you guys, thank you for coming out.
All right. Yep.
This is an important day.
Okay.
And just, yeah, follow me.
Okay. Follow.
Okay. Okay, we're live. There's, yeah, one sec, just keep going.
Come on, man. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, we're live. Okay, we're gonna stand right here.
Okay.
Stand right here, next to each other. Okay, just stand next to each other. Okay. Next to each other.
Okay.
For children at the border, and draw so much attention and protest. Why are they separating children in New York? Glorious.
Okay. Guys, face the signs. This is Roman. So we are back again in Janet McFarland's neighborhood.
Yes, and
we are protesting. What are we protesting again?
That's not a protest even. It's an advocacy event. It's a peaceful advocacy event.
Right.
Just to raise awareness to what
amazing.
What the courts are doing.
I just want to be a dad. Juries and family courts now. Save Roman's kids. Janet McFarland separates families. Migrant fathers like yourselves and American dads against forced separation, like they have at the borders, like they have in the family courts. It's horrendous what these judges are doing. Stop separating families. I mean, you guys, it's amazing that we band together. We're out here and we're making a change.
Yes, thank you very much.
I just want to be a dad. I mean, that's all
Victims.
we want to do. That's all we want to be.
Yes.
Our fathers.
Victims of alienation, yeah.
Any thank you for coming. Men are also victims of domestic violence.
Hey, can you stop by, ma'am? You have any questions?
No, but I can tell you that I went through a divorce.
You went through divorce. You know how it works.
You know how many years ago? And what I went through was my ex-husband's wife.
Yeah.
Thank you for empathizing. Parental alienation harms children forever. Absolutely, 100% correct. Yeah. This is great. Stop separating families. Again, if anyone's joining migrant dads and American dads against forced separation, it's going on at the border. It's happening in the family court. This is a unified effort, banded together, exposing the corruption within the judicial system. Janet McFarland separates families. Save Roman's kids. Papa loves you. Jury and family courts now. Parental alienation harms children forever. And of course, I just want to be a dad. Roman,
I just want to be a dad.
If you want to kind of narrate again as I'm getting people on,
yes,
explain what's going on.
It's important. If you don't exercise our rights, then they just wither and die.
Yes.
The rights. So our right for peaceful advocacy, for peaceful awareness, spreading
Right.
awareness is and even protest, even though it's, you see, we are completely quiet, not chanting anything. It should be maintained, because otherwise we lose it, like we lost all other rights. We lost the right to jury trials in family court, which is guaranteed by the 6th and 7th Amendment. Every controversy above $20 was supposed to get a jury trial. The founding fathers of this great nation knew that government can and will oppress people. So now the oppression happens through family courts.
Right.
And
Okay.
here we are in the neighborhood. It's
Right.
important.
Right.
Sexual offenders, the neighbors have the right to know where that they share a neighborhood with somebody who is
100%. 100%.
People need to know that.
If everyone just, yeah, sorry to interrupt, Roman, so if everyone's just joining, we are here peacefully advocating, protesting the corruption within the court system, particularly Janet McFarland, family court judge of Richmond County. And we're here with many advocates. Let me turn it around. Protesters. Look at all this. This is
Separation of
amazing.
children at the border draws so much attention, but not when it happens in New York.
Right. That's true.
Migrant dads and American dads against forced separation.
When it happens
Yes.
at the border,
Treat us
but they
all
don't talk
equally.
about it
Treat
here
us
in the
all
country. Treat us all equal.
Stop separating families.
Right.
Beautiful.
This is great.
We have great presence here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we are asked to leave, we just peacefully leave.
Right.
You want to hold a sign? There are plenty of signs. Yeah. Just select one.
I got a bunch here. It's going to be like, yeah.
Sorry.
I say you have here more, so well you can bring some more people.
I wish. Yeah. I mean, this is going to be huge, and you guys are
It's important.
you guys are really breaking the ice, and you have to spread the word.
People are joining. Have any questions for me? Please ask. I'll try to answer them live. We'll be here as long as we are permitted.
Amazing. Men are also victims of domestic violence. Children need both parents. Parental alienation is psychological abuse. I just want to be a dad.
Mostly journalists. So I'm covering-
Wow.
I'm covering journalists.
We're in this neighborhood. Again, this is peaceful advocacy, peacefully protesting, exercising our First Amendment right protected under the United States Constitution. So don't forget that, folks. This is our right to assemble under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, which is what we're doing. And we're freely expressing and exercising our rights.
Live streaming is important because it preserves evidence in case of any provocations, and also, of course, as evidence that stays and other.
So once again, if anyone's joining, this is a peaceful advocacy protest in Judge Janet McFarland's neighborhood. And these are fellow advocates, protesters. Stop separating families. Migrant fathers, dads, or American dads against forced separation. Janet McFarland separates families. Save my good friend Roman's children, who's being victimized by Janet McFarland. His kids, the Papa, if you're listening, Papa loves you. Juries and family courts now. Parental alienation harms children forever. And of course, the childless corrupt judge, Janet McFarland.
You can see the courts don't
This is the
discriminate.
sign.
We have people of various backgrounds.
Shared parenting benefits children. Men are also victims of domestic violence. What is that? Do not denigrate a parent in the presence of a child. Children need both parents. I just want to be a dad. And as you can see, everyone around us, we all come together of different backgrounds, but with the same goal, exposing the corruption that's happening within the system. This is just beautiful. Exercising our freedom, our First Amendment rights.
My name is Roman. Yeah, R-O-M-A-N-B-R-I-K. I'm completely public.
All right, just hold the signs up, folks. Let everyone see.
Very nice circle of people.
Great.
McFarland, again, personal minister.
Oh, they are the lawyers? that you have?
That's the judge. That's
The judge.
Judge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
the judge.
The judge is a public official, so
Just like elected officials, you have the right to a protest. Judges also apply. People forget. They seem to think they're tyrants, they're dictators. We still live in America. We have a
Yeah.
First Amendment right. We're protected under the United States Constitution. They are elected officials, especially the Supreme Court, the family court. Judges are assigned by the mayor, but within New York City, but they still are public servants. So people have to understand that. People are not aware. So judges just can't do what they want. They have to be held accountable, just like politicians, elected officials, and public servants, whether it be the president, Congress, senators, police, whomever. They are elected officials. So
okay, I have a question here. We're standing for equality. Fathers and mothers need to be treated equally. When children are separated at the border, the southern border, there's a huge outcry, papers all over it, all over it. Mainstream media covers that, but when it happens to fathers and mothers in New York, in quintessential American city, nobody covers that. So
if you could say that over again, Roman.
yes,
About
the question, I got a question here on my live stream, explain why we're standing here. So we're here to completely peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to be heard. To be heard, we have the right to peacefully assemble. We have the right to
And like you said, when it happens at the southern border,
Correct.
they talk, and then when it happens here within our country,
yes,
they don't want to talk about
that's
children
what we're
being
emphasizing
separated.
here. We need to be treated equally. So
Right.
there's a beautiful sign right there. You know,
Amazing.
Migrant
Everyone-
dads and American dads against forced separation.
Amazing. That's right. Migrant dads and American dads are against forced separation.
Woman here telling her story of divorce decades ago, and it was the same. It was the same. That's beautiful. This is the beautiful America.
Yeah,
People
and
respect the First Amendment.
we were here, if I could add, we've been here a couple days ago, right, Roman? And now, again, and no problems, no issues. We come peaceful. This is a peaceful protest advocacy. Yeah, you guys could walk. Yep. Just show the signs, hold the signs. So people are joining. This is a peaceful protest against the corruption of Judge Janet McFarland, who's victimized many fathers and mothers in Richmond County Family Court. So we have advocates, protesters. We're peaceful. We're just spreading the message and expressing our First Amendment right and freedom of speech to protest. Good morning. How are you guys? All righty. Thank you.
What's up?
Hey.
How you doing, Papa?
Good morning. All right. Good morning. How are you, sir? All righty. Have a great day. All right.
No violence.
This is it. I'm just gonna.
People are watching.
Hey, wow. Okay.
The neighbors understand.
If you'd like to say a few words, I'm here with my good friend Obi.
Hello, I'm a victim of Janet McFarland. She took me away from my son for 3 years. I haven't seen him. I'm not a criminal. You know, I actually work at a hospital. I'm trying to work for the city now. She allowed my son to be taken away to a different country
Right.
without my permission. My son's mother forged my signature on his passport documents, and Janet McFarland knew, I was aware, and still allowed my son to travel without proper documentation.
Wow.
And you know, I'm a victim, just like many of the people here.
Wow, yeah, just it's amazing how just the widespread corruption that we see within the judicial system.
Absolutely corrupt. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's be exercising. Like the parents didn't protest and didn't ask for it. You see it?
Oh, careful. Yeah.
Lost the right to, guaranteed by Constitution, right to the jury trial.
Right.
Very beautiful.
Okay.
The neighbors are coming out,
Yep.
asking questions. And victims of McFarland, victims of other courts, people who came.
So again, we're here, we're protesting peacefully and advocating the corruption within the family court system, particularly Janet J. McFarland, family court judge, especially within the county of Staten Island, where many parents, particularly fathers, overwhelmingly have been victimized. So I'm here with my good friend Roman Brick. We were here a couple days ago, peacefully protesting, and this is his message.
Exactly 2 days ago, yes. We have more people now. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And just hold the sign up in front, Roman, so I can see. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay, we go back to this spot, I guess. Right there.
Daniel, don't say that here in my city. Because silence will railroad you. Yes, but that's again, it's on us. It's on us. If you don't exercise your rights, you will lose them. It's very simple.
100%.
If you don't protect your own freedoms, you don't expect anyone. Nobody is coming to save us. It's only us.
Yes.
It's only advocacy of the parents and victims of the lawless.
Anyone any words? No?
See?
Okay.
You wanna say something?
Absolutely.
They say, where's your network?
I'm sorry?
You got a network? You got a...
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
you know.
you already have that? I mean, what kind
Yeah,
of
so
network you have?
Roman, if you want to answer that.
Yes, so everybody can find me. My name is completely public. I'm Roman Brick. It's my name.
But you got a page or something
I have a
like
page
that?
on Facebook, yes.
Yeah.
FB or Facebook.com. Roman, R-M-E-N.
Yeah. So you are already there.
Yes, I'm the plaintiff here. So it's Roman Brick versus Janet McFarland. Case is 23-CV-3507.
Okay.
You want to do like a... So we have him here with another...
Hello, my name is Makari. I am a victim of Janet McFarland. Prior to last week, I would have never did this because I thought, this would kind of hurt my case. But I've realized that this is only the best way because the judges and the lawyers already have my case thought out. They already have an opinion on me and my case before I even step into court. This is the best way to get this out there. I realize that even in court, I'm not going to get any justice. The only justice is going to be by spreading the word and, getting it out there to let people know that the system is corrupt. Family court wants to keep kids away from their fathers, separate families. It even affects the mothers as well because they don't realize that they're going to have to carry the burden of raising these children by themselves, and it's not an easy thing, and it's not going to help the kids develop and grow, as they should, and this needs to stop.
Absolutely right. So that's the strategy of just peacefully complying with tyranny never works. There's not one historical example of just peacefully pleading and begging and groveling in front of tyrants.
Just to be in my son's life. I haven't been with my son in 3 years. I haven't seen him in 3 years because of Janet McFarland.
This is heartbreaking. Yes, we're all in very, very similar situation. So thank you for your bravery, but there's no other way.
Thank you, Obi.
Yeah, we're not doing anything illegal. This is completely legal. This is First Amendment right. Nice. Beautiful side is that the Americans, the neighbors, also understand it. So,
100%.
Yes, it's beautiful. We saw thumbs up. People are saying hello. People are friendly. A woman stopped by, saying that she went through a very tough experience during her divorce.
So you already sued?
So nothing changes. It will not change unless we change it. Peacefully,
you gotta go right now.
completely legally. So it's important. We have technology now. We have technology which is live streaming.
Another issue is Janet stressed out my court dates.
Sure.
So that,
I got some problem. Because my knee no good.
Okay.
My two knees no good. I'm not gonna
And I'm supposed to have court again.
strong on my feet.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm not strong on my feet, so
Okay.
yeah, like 3 years ago, I got like a stroke.
Sorry to
Like
hear that.
me no stronger, and I know got to my feet good. 2 fixes like that.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I need a doctor, for checking it out. I don't know how much it's cost for somebody. Give me some favor for medicine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Maybe you can give me help with that. I got you.
And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. And yeah, we're gonna. All right. Just the signs, guys.
Okay.
Again, Neil Evans here. Very beautiful friend, former retired NYPD
That's
officer.
right. I am a retired NYPD officer, and never seen such widespread corruption until I got sucked into the vortex of the New York State court system.
Yeah, he was good. He was good to serve the city, but
absolutely, I was good to serve the city.
He tried to remain a father. Yes.
Yeah, but once I was a father, I was treated worse than a convicted felon. They treat you worse.
You don't
So that's the sad reality of it, folks. And this is why we come together today.
So far, the neighbors are very sympathetic, so which is beautiful. That's a beautiful America. That's the America we need to restore. And people like myself, you see the immigrants who came here for the light of freedom.
Right.
New York is the Central American city. The Statue of Liberty is here.
And Roman himself is an immigrant who came here and understood the tyranny from when he migrated from the Soviet Union, where we all know. And one thing Soviets, people from Russia, many Central American countries know better is tyranny and communism, because they've seen it. Unfortunately, many Americans have not seen it firsthand. That's the truth. But this is what we're living through. Insidiously, this is what this government has created.
This is the naivety of American people.
Right? We were all naive. No.
With an accent.
Right?
Don't block the road.
Beautiful.
All right, guys, just slide down here a bit. If you could just get out of the roadway so the vehicles could pass. Just, at the same spot, please. So we're not in blocking vehicular nor pedestrian traffic.
Stay here, that's on the road. This is public sidewalk. Don't block someone's driveway.
If you guys could just stand near the sidewalk, please.
Don't block someone's driveway.
Yeah, just,
That's fine.
That's fine. I mean, if they come, we'll move. As long as they're on the. Okay.
There's no gang.
Stand out in the street. I think they have plenty of room.
yeah.
Don't block the driveway.
So, okay, any words? Roman, again, just to reiterate, why are we here?
I have people watching. Thank you very much for everyone who's joining. That's important to set an example. Again, legal people around the country. Beautiful crowd here. I wish you could go out there and join you all. Maybe when I'm out of school. Thank you. Everybody's welcome to join. We need to do that. The government is tyrants. They need to see that we will not stay silent. We will exercise the right. You are a hero, Roman. Thank you very much. I'm not a hero. I'm a father. That's my responsibility. I need to know that I did everything to protect my children. Yes, that's true. That's true. Many women are now violated.
Just turn, let everyone see the signs. Amazing. Parental alienation is psychological abuse. Migrant dads and American dads against forced separation. It not only happens at the border, it happens in our country, not only within the southern border. I just want to be a dad. Save Roman's kids. Papa loves you. Stop separating families. We have parental alienation harms children forever. Good morning, ma'am. How are you? Good. Have a great day.
Get these guys in the street.
Children need both parents. Men also are victims of domestic violence. Janet McFarland, who we're in her neighborhood now, separates families.
Tears, like,
Juries in family courts now.
all the cliches are true.
Childless, corrupt judge Janet McFarland separates children from loving parents. Say no to judicial tyranny, illegal political donations, blocking of jury trials, and violations of New York laws and U.S. Constitution.
Being in the process was the best decision of my life. The pirates were hiding. It's important. My name is Roman Brick.
A friend that came in bed. Someone's hit me.
We are individuals. We're free people.
She came to the thing.
So, what is said here, all through my they found out I was the famous line speaker. They're trying to backpedal, but then so we got March 22nd, 2019. Wow.
Oh, careful, guys. Car, it's fine.
3 years, over 2 years. I was like, just
We should get that. Get that.
Roman, if you could just speak a little louder too, so I could get you.
Yeah, but I'm
Just watch it.
yeah, the people are chiming in.
She's gonna hightail. They're driving aggressively now. She has two people who have pain and driving aggressively through our peaceful protest.
Parental alienation harms children forever. Migrant dads and American dads against forced separation. It not only happens at the southern border, but it happens within our country, in our cities, in our towns, all across America. I just want to be a dad. Save Roman's kids. Papa loves you. Stop separating families. Look at that, juries in family courts now. Janet McFarland separates families. Share parenting beliefs. Shared parenting benefits children. Parental alienation is psychological abuse. Children need both parents, and men are also victims of domestic violence. Careful, guys. Yep. Okay. All right.
Thank you guys for coming. It's very important.
This is an important event. You guys are brave, amazing, really courageous people for speaking out. Not many people are speaking out on this subject. And this tyranny, this corruption has to be exposed. I mean, we are living in a banana republic, but this is what these judges, they get away with.
It will deteriorate to Russia.
Yeah, I mean, we're not in Russia. I mean, they like to think we're in Russia, but we're not there yet. I mean, you couldn't do this, First Amendment right, expressing your exercising your free speech in Russia or other countries, but that's the beauty of the Constitution here in the United States of America. We have a First Amendment right, whether they like it or not. That was what was founded. That was framed by the founding fathers, and probably with all the stuff happening today, they say they'd be turning in their graves. But anyway, sorry to get too political, guys. But that's the dose of it and sad reality. But it's amazing.
We should do a GoFundMe for the billboard up on the highway.
For her, that came for her. You know, they almost hit us with the car.
Oh yeah, yeah,
you know,
that's a good point.
Aggressively.
We're peacefully protesting,
just being out here peacefully. You know, it's a free country. We can, you know, go
we have the right to assemble.
We have the right to be wherever we want to be, and you know, obviously, you know, they don't like that.
Right.
They don't like us spreading the truth.
Yeah, I'll be sure if that happens again, I'll be sure to try to capture it, get the license plate.
Absolutely.
Let's see, kids for cash.
I mean, very peaceful, but you know,
100%.
You know, if I had nothing to hide, I wouldn't be upset about anything. You know, but obviously, there's something to hide.
100%. It's all part of their intimidation and scare tactics.
Absolutely.
But clearly, you see where she was going.
Because dads just want to be dads. That's it.
Yep.
Very simple. So thank you for asking. My Jewish name is Avraham, and I have a GoFundMe. It's actually Give Send Go. save Abraham's children. So I'm committed. If people donate for that purpose, of course, all money will go to the billboard. Anyone can set a Facebook fundraiser or GoFundMe. It's preferable. GoFundMe is actually betrayed, quote unquote, the donors during the crisis. We know about it lasted for 2 years and then suddenly disappeared. So my preference is what they give some more and then advertise on it. But yeah, any money donated to the purpose will go to the purpose.
I had Judge Peter DeLizzo before I had Janet McFarland. He issued a no leave for my ex, where she couldn't leave the borough of Staten Island. Janet McFarland overruled that and allowed my ex to leave and move out away with my son. And now they're so far away where I can't even, know about his schooling or anything that's going on. Janet McFarland did that.
Yeah, and this is a prime example of what Obi's saying that affects many, many, overwhelmingly fathers. Let's call a spade, and once that happens, that separation, the court facilitates, and that well, many people call it alienation. I like to also use custodial interference, which is a penal law charge.
Absolutely.
Keep going.
And yeah, honestly, that's what happens. And then over time, they psychologically it damages the children, but they don't care that they're not during this time when they litigate, whether it be orders of protection or these other orders they issue, it affects the father's ability to maintain familiar relation with the kids. They're not concerned about that, and over time they're damaging the children. And it's not just Obi, it's many, watch out, careful, it's many fathers who are affected by this. So it's an ongoing pattern where yes, and in instances, as he mentioned, the education, the medical records, it's like where you think was once, okay, I'm a father, it's easy, I could get records from the doctors, I could speak to the school normally. They make you jump through these burning hoops. These judges, and they facilitate the alienator.
Absolutely. And it's the judges and the lawyers as well.
100%. They're all part of the same rotten system. It's like a troika. You have the judges, you have the lawyers, you have the AFCs.
One thing they do that people don't realize is that the judges and the lawyer, they all come together and they speak on the case.
Correct.
Even your lawyer, their lawyer, and the judge, they all speak on your case, and they've already decided your fate
100%.
from the jump.
It's rigged. It's a rigged system.
It's a rigged system, and it's already going to be not in your favor.
Correct.
The point is to separate fathers from the families, and it's not just a monetary thing for the government to accept, but it's more of breaking down families.
Right.
Why they want this agenda, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's what they want to do. They want to break families. They want fatherless families. They want the children and the alienators, the mothers in particular, rely on daddy government, and that's the system that they've created.
And one thing you have to think about is, if we're bad guys, why do we want our children?
Correct.
Which bad guy do you know wants
who would be doing this
their
at
children?
7 in the morning, gathering, and
I'm pretty sure everyone in the world knows bad people, bad men, bad women, and they want nothing to do with their children.
100%.
They want to live alone in solitude and do their crimes and things of things.
Absolutely.
I moved across the continent from the state
right.
to Seattle.
Rome was example.
He said to Washington, to be my children. Yes, and I'm a bad father.
Right.
There's nothing. I was never even interrogated. I have nothing. I have no criminal complaints. All complaints against me.
Right.
Child Protective Services, which is that's another tentacle
Criminals
of the government.
are treated with more rights.
Completely dismissed. Look at these beautiful fathers. Look at this eloquent, masculine man. Just standing for their children. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Beautiful. We are made criminals. Ayn Rand famously said that when government runs out of criminals, it makes criminals.
Careful, guys. Yeah.
Out of law-abiding, good people. Destroy us financially, emotionally, in every way possible. It's tyranny, and it's not covered by the press. We call the news, by the way. There's no news.
And that's another thing.
But also no news.
That's another thing you bring up. That's the part of the government media complex. They cover what they want to cover. When it fits their narrative, it fits their criteria. So the news,
the agenda is not just in the judicial system. The agenda is in the government.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's that's the problem here.
And they're going to make sure. Another thing as well. As becoming a court watcher, I noticed that they try to make a joke of our situation. They try to make us seem as if we're crazy.
Oh yeah.
As if what we're saying is not a fact. And that's a huge thing I noticed.
It's all a scam. It's all a money pit.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like you're behind an 8 ball. You never
Watch your
did
back.
anything wrong. No criminal
Watch
record.
it.
Oh,
Show
wow. Look at this
Why are you
woman
going so
driving
fast?
aggressively. I didn't get the plate. Maybe if I could pause it later, I will get it.
That is insane.
This is the third time we almost got hit. So clearly this shows our protests here are working, because clearly there are most of this neighborhood we're peaceful. We're here. The cops haven't came, but there are people who clearly.
That's the second time I almost got hit.
It's coming. Cops.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so if we are asked to leave, we're asking
All right.
why.
Here's the police. All right.
Police came. Courtesy, professional.
All right. Let's see if they stop. But we're here once again, peacefully protesting.
This game, we'll see. It's peaceful protest. But if we are asked to disperse,
Hey, you know what?
we're not chanting. They're just gonna hang. Peace for cash, fighting for deal. They cannot stop us. You see, make our news.
Amazing.
Alicia Clark, fantastic for us. Okay, we see NYPD smiling, stopping by, parking on the street. So far, so good. In all the events I participated in,
How are you guys? Good morning.
police respected the First Amendment. Beautiful.
So it appears that the police are here, of course, but they understand our First Amendment rights. So we, as a retired cop myself,
Yes. What's your expert opinion? So,
yeah, no, they were called. Someone must have called. They're doing their job. They're maintaining the peace, you know, and that's their job. And they're just here for public safety, for the present. So you know, nothing against my fellow officers as a retired officer, and that's it, right? Yeah,
That's
just
it.
want to be fathers.
That's simple.
Let's not block the driveway.
that's fine. That's fine.
It's,
the police is here. They will tell us.
We're okay, John, for now. Thank you.
This
Shared
is the hope
parenting
that we
benefits
have.
children. Children need both parents. Janet McFarland separates families.
I haven't seen my son in 3 years because of Janet
But
McFarland.
the Constitution.
It's just terrible. It's just terrible what they
I'm a
do.
healthcare worker. I've been working in the healthcare system for 20 years.
Wow.
My family
Yes,
got decimated
absolutely.
by
I'm
Nazis,
36 years
by
old,
Soviets,
and I've been
by
working
Bolsheviks.
for 20 years in the healthcare system. You know, I'm not a bad guy. I've never been arrested. I've never done drugs. I don't drink. I'm actually a professional athlete as well.
Yeah.
And Janet McFarland seems to think I'm in a gang. Maybe it's because of my skin color. I don't know what's making her think that. Yeah, she's not a good judge of character
No,
at all.
she's-
So she should not be in the court system ruling against fathers or mothers either.
Yeah, she's right. And again, like Roman says, she's not fit. She's unfit to be a judge,
Very
and
unfit. Very
she
unfit.
should not be making these decisions. And just like any other profession, you know, with nothing against them personally, but if they're
Yes.
not qualified, equipped to be in that position, they shouldn't be making decisions. So you could be a doctor, lawyer, politician. Same applies for judges. She should not be making decisions based on her track record, history, as far as pertaining to families. How are you?
Raise your hands, people. We don't have reliable data because it's government data, but anecdotally you can see and actually you can confirm from the information.
Juries in family courts now. Look at this. Stop separating families. Save Roman's children. Papa loves you. I just want to be a dad. Migrant dads and American dads against forced separation and
That's the only
parental
place where
alienation
all-
harms children forever.
Government oppresses everybody equally.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have
It
more
doesn't-
comments. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. We have people joining, thank you. Yes, Navin, I agree. 50-50, that's true. That should be that's what the Constitution requires. Parents are presumed to care about their children, unless they're very serious, very serious facts. And of course, what good parent would show and fight for years, move from state to state?
Doing great. Okay.
very uplifting.
Yes.
To see that, to see neighbors who respect, police who respect their First Amendment rights. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. And the technology, of course, we have Facebook Live. Just imagine, for the longest time, since the invention of the TV, to be able to do a live stream required a studio, very expensive equipment. Now we have it. Now we have it. We have the technology. We have to utilize it.
100%.
So many people can share and see.
This is very important to us. I want people to know
this is an important day. This
the
is
severity of this situation is not a joke.
Right.
You know, yes, we're able to like live every day, but every day I'm suffering. Every day without my child, I'm suffering, and my son has been made to hate me in a way. And because my son is very smart, so he questions it. He questions what's going on. But this is what the courts do. They keep your kids, they alienate your kids away from you for years. Your kids, are confused because they are children and their brains are malleable. It's very easy to manipulate them. So what they do is they keep your kids away from you, and then they come to the asking of, oh, how do you feel about going with your father? And then they're going to say no, because they don't understand why I can't see him. He doesn't understand why I can't see him. He thinks I don't want to see him.
Right.
And this is done by the judge.
100%.
This is done by the judge.
Facilitated by, done by the judge and facilitated. They're all part of the same system.
And now they're getting sloppy now, because I see it now with other fathers. So, people need to band together to expose this corruption. This needs to be exposed because it's terrible. This could be your child. Just think of it being your child.
As a father myself too, you were saying this, also having normally seen my children in the last 3 years and counting now. Same thing. Same thing.
So it's good because I can work in the hospital, take care of someone else's children, but I can't take care of my own child.
100%.
How does that make any sense?
Right. Yes. I couldn't agree more.
Beautiful.
Thank you guys for your support coming out. You guys, Roman,
Absolutely.
all of you guys, you're very courageous, brave individuals.
Can we get everyone lined up this way? And then you can take a video with the police in the background.
Okay, I'm gonna go across the street.
This is.
John, if you could just get in that picture.
So we're not blocking it.
Nothing but accolades, nothing but words of praise. We have professional police officers for the
healthcare workers.
120 or 122.
1-to-1. Yes. Sometimes like a first person. Beautiful. Goes by, and it's understandable. We're not doing anything. God forbid, it's not a threat, no violence.
Right.
It's just peaceful exercising of our rights, and the officers understand it. So far, with all the critique that I have, the police arm is behaving exceptionally professionally.
That's right.
Yes, we have a former retired.
And as much as we have bad rhetoric within the police department. Cops, and it's another story about the people at the top, such as the mayor and the chiefs of department, all these hypocrites and imbeciles. But when it comes to cops and the law, and like myself and others, all we want to do is do our job and have support from our politicians, who unfortunately also don't back us. These politicians, these people at the top.
Just like fathers, we just want to be fathers. That's it.
And police are just like us. It can happen to correction officers, police officers, firefighters,
we have an
civil
officer
servants.
whom it happened. Yes.
Like I said,
they use the service against.
Correct.
They use the service.
Military guys too. That's your job. Your job is to protect and serve, carry a firearm, and then they turn that against you.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's complete betrayal on every level.
100%.
Thank you for joining. Evan is asking, court of law, court of personality. Yes, it's not a court, it's a facade, it's an ideological institution. Antonio Gramsci, one of the leading ideologues of the communist agenda, communist ideology, coined the term, it's attributed to him, long march through institutions. So that's the person.
Amazing. Let's get the shared. Yep, there we go.
People now realize what's going on in schools, the indoctrination,
Amazing.
the LGBT agenda. We are probably brainwashing children who don't know what their sexual organs are, to remove them before the age of consent. The child cannot decide if he will drink or she will drink a beer, drive a car, but they can decide to cut off their organs,
Right.
cause permanent damage, or decide with which parent they will live. They even understand the implications.
You have to remember, they separate the children from us. Then they ask them, do you want to live with your father? They have it. We're strangers now.
Correct.
They make us strangers to our own children, and then they question our children on whether or not they want to live with us. You know, they've made us strangers to our own children.
Mothers are important.
Oh, careful, John.
People have different parenting styles and different parenting approach, and that's why God created the father and the mother in order to bring new souls to the school. But then we're saying, the ones who use the power do not count. So beautiful action, or lack of action, inaction. Beautiful action by the police. Just to preserve it from the record, it's a police bank.
8811, right? 121 precinct.
121 precinct, they're close by Brentwood, but it's beautiful. This is the America that we need to restore. Respecting the First Amendment, amazing. Let's see, sorry, got the notification on my phone. Jason is saying more fathers need to stand in unity like this.
Absolutely.
I stand in solidarity with all of you.
Absolutely.
Fathers' rights equals rights for our children. If you give them no child support, the father is absolutely right. Absolutely. We just have to make it known. And see, you can see that we've been here for well over half an hour and nothing happens to us. God, thank God. God is protecting us because we're doing His work. We're doing God's work. God wants us to have children.
Let's come
That
off
is-
the baby's drive.
That's right.
We have the police, so they would tell us if something is illegal here. So yeah, actually the level of trust in this precinct and NYC does respect First Amendment. It's the media capital of the world. There's no media, but this First Amendment right to work.
You know, this is what I'm bringing the quote. She's in the game. You know, yet they put that I'm in the game.
Screen here consumes the power of my phone, so I might disconnect them.
You're a bit.
Yeah.
How much juice left do you have left?
I have, let's see, 20%.
Okay, all right. So you still have a bit.
Beautiful. Jacob is watching. Jacob is the brother who also recently parents from Colorado. He has many children. Severe alienation. Being a father. Being actually a single father for many years. Thank you for joining. He's one of the best proselytans in his account. And actually, thank you so much for all the support here. We have various degrees of publicity, but I firmly believe that publicity and technology is the key. We have technology that we didn't have. Morning.
Morning.
So respectful.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, first time protest, I didn't want to come because I was in fear that you know, I would lose more parenting time with my son. But I figured, what else can they do? They already took my son away from me for 3 years. You know, I had nothing to do.
Amazing.
Because of Janet McFarland.
Yep, nothing personal against her, but she's not fit
She's
to be a
not
judge.
equipped. She's not fit.
She's
She's
not
not
fit to be a
fit at
judge.
all.
She can have a successful career. We wish her all the luck, but not ruining children and parents.
Morning.
Janet McFarland is childless. I mean, that's the person that God forbid that
And that's another decision that
But
should
why-
be taken into account. You
Yeah,
know,
why-
you don't
why
have
people
kids.
who
Why
don't
are you
have
making
children
Don't have
decisions?
the sympathy, or you know,
Correct. Correct.
the empathy, you know, to judge upon parents, you know, because you're not a parent yourself, you don't know how it feels, you know, to have your child
being a
ripped
parent.
from you.
Being a parent is not a course that you can take. Being a parent is life. You see how they behave. Put them to bed. You need to read them a
As
bedtime
a
story.
father, I know, you know, what it's like for another father or another mother, you know, to have their child ripped from them. And you know, that's like
Parental alienation is psychological abuse. Children love.
This has to be understood
Both
because
of their
that's
parents.
the
That is
agenda.
very true.
They do appoint in New York
Thank
City,
you
by
again.
the way. The judges are appointed. They are not elected. They are appointed. They're selected by the mayor. So one corrupt mayor after another. It's illegal donations. McFarland gave donation even though she's forbidden. I exposed it. It's illegal. It's against the law.
Yep, all judges too. My judge presiding over my case is Rachel Amy Adams in
Well,
Kings
that's a
County
crazy
Supreme
story.
Court, and
gave custody
she
to
also
a gang member.
she donated to
yes.
Alvin Bragg's campaign, who's a known anti-police hater, and he's made, as you can see, the county of New York. He's he's put them at risk with all the laws that he's used to decriminalize.
Yes.
And the criminals get away with it, and then they go after the actual citizens. There's been many stories who actually are defending themselves. As far as Rachel Adams, yeah, her husband.
So that's Zimbabwe level corruption.
Yeah, if you want to explain that a bit, Roman.
Watch Eli's videos. He became public after I went public, so it's great. You know, people we need to.
So her husband, Greg Jan Brooks. I don't know if he still is, but he was the CFAO of Safe Horizon.
Chief financial officer of an organization that provides supervision services to the court. So his wife is funneling cases of supervision to her husband.
And the organization that represents my ex is a nonprofit, also a feminized Jewish women's organization called Sarah's Voice. Shalom Task Force, I should say, aka Sarah's Voice, and they get grants. They get many government grants. One of the grants they get are from Safe Horizons, also an organization that gets money from the government.
Rachel Adams and Greg Brooks. Remember these names. This is unbelievable. It happens in the heart of New York City, the quintessential freedom city.
And in my video, I will put it out more on Roman's page and my page 8. Yeah, I highlight everything in detail. How I have proof how they get that money. Yet she's still on the case. She's still on the case.
That's unbelievable. Can you believe that? What is this? Is this America?
Her husband is funding my ex is attorneys, that nonprofit organization. That's just insane.
So the judge is sending parents to supervision, which benefits her husband, and the organization in which her husband holds a very senior position, the second in command, essentially, chief financial officer.
Correct.
Also funds the attorneys who represent the opposing party.
Correct.
That demands the supervision. So
correct.
You can see it's like a tight gang.
Yes.
And it's completely out in the open. They have no shame.
No.
They have no shame. Eli submitted the federal complaint like I did.
It's actually pending.
It's actually pending, and even though these judges are defendants, they still continue.
If you want to Google it and look it up online, Evans v. Adams, it's still waiting a decision under in the Eastern District of New York by Judge Kiyo Matsumoto. So pray for me. Hopefully, I survived this motion to dismiss, but that's been pending for many months now.
Yes. Why is it pending? Why is it pending? By the way, even the federal judges are also servants, public servants, right? Who do they
100%.
serve? I don't have a lot of faith in the federal judiciary. I filed multiple complaints. There are actually 3 legal actions that are pending. One appellate action, the Second Circuit, that I filed, and so far we'll see. One case is actually progressing nicely. Hopefully, there's a judge. I contested. I challenged the rules of the Eastern District of New York that tie the pro se litigant to the same judge. My case against McFarland keeps being funneled to Ann Donnelly. She's a federal judge. She's a former state judge. She keeps getting state money, so she is essentially on the state payroll. And of course, when she gets a case against another former colleague, right, while getting the state money, what do you expect? What do you expect? She completely twisted my words and used it to deny my lawsuit. So there's 2 pending in the preliminary decision, and I distributed the copies. You can find them on my Facebook page. Let's see if we have any other comments. Yeah, Kevin is commenting. Oh, that's a lot of conflict of interest. Absolutely right. Yes, it's all one huge conflict of interest. Okay. Yeah. We need to wrap up. Again, we don't want to disturb anything. My battery is running out. It's beautiful participation. Thank you so much, everybody. It's so important. This is emotional support, and should people chime in monetarily? It's amazing. It drains you financially, emotionally, financially. I had leading positions in leading corporations of the world, but it's impossible. You cannot outstand the government. Of course, they provide lawyers and free lawyers and lawyers for the children, even though white children need a lawyer. Like the planning tax evasion scheme, confessing to a crime. It's all just plausible, thinly veiled plausible deniability in order to provide more and more lawyers to actually to attack the other parent.
100%.
Let's see what Darlene is saying. New York City, kidnappers and child traffickers. This is true. It's truthfully to be said, and that's cannot be emphasized more. That family court is essentially it's a facade for government child trafficking. It sounds bombastic, but with the Sound of Freedom movement, people start more and more realizing, being aware to the fact that that's what works. They separate, they remove the father. Most often it's the father. Then the mother, who thinks that she's victorious, is completely vulnerable. then somebody calls CPS on her. The children are separated, moved into foster care, and then declared as runaways. And where do these children disappear? You see children disappear at the border, it's huge outcry. Children
100%.
disappear in the state of New York. No media. You see, no media.
Migrant dads and American dads are against forced separation,
Yes.
so it's equal.
Let's
Goes
see.
both
Let
ways.
me read out the comments. Beautiful. Thank you very much for chiming in. Thank you for people who are watching. The anti-family court, Jason is saying, are $60 to $80 billion a year industry. That's true. That's an industry.
Yeah.
Corruption that pays is corruption that stays. That's a great slogan. You should make a sign with that. Thank you, Jason. Terry is saying you men should do a tabletop. That's right. I actually put a post to check what's the level of interest in the podcast, and it seems like actually tens of people directly said yes, and hundreds saw. And positively reacted. Amazing. Yes.
Amazing.
Jacob is saying great work in publicity exposing the biggest scandal of our time. That's true. That's true. Our times will be remembered as the time of family court oppression. People don't realize that that's a
100%.
fundamental pillar of the regime.
Oh yeah.
That's how they break the families. They've been doing that for decades. When you remove fathers, predominantly fathers, you have spineless generation. That's why you have people with accents coming and joining the protest. People who are immigrants
100%.
have more father respecting culture in some sense, but now it's global. It's completely global.
Oh, yeah.
Soya is watching. Thank you, Soya. It will be important. Reminds me, important event on November 1st. It will be a Senate committee here in New York, hearing of the Judiciary Committee and the Children and Families Committee. So people are welcome to come. It's important. You can. It's not a publicity event. We know the politicians go scam otherwise. And we could definitely be enacted. But it's important to be here. Amber Nicole is saying yes. The ad litem is so ridiculous, and as the child's father, you cannot speak for your child in their best interest. My children attorneys never spoke to me. Like what is that? Like my opinion is not important. How is it even conscionable that an attorney who represents my children? I have my parental rights. Yeah, they don't claim I'm a bad father even then. They just do whatever they want. So, in what world is this normal not to speak to the father and represent the father's children? In what world is this ethical? I have a civil complaint actually filed against the attorney who pretends to represent my children, Nicolas Morgolo. He had a public Twitter which he cursed extensively. It's unbelievable. Advertised his affinity to hard alcohol, and I asked.
We could take also pictures too. That would be great. Like a bunch of pictures we have.
It's not about courage. It's about exposure. It's about our children.
No video.
This thing ends in camps, brothers and sisters. I know how it ends. I watched the movie, the Soviet Union. I know how it ends. Mike, my daughter now talks to me like her lawyer is helping her. They're children. They're helpless children. They're hostages. Mike is saying, I go to court tomorrow for custody, fighting for my daughter.
Why should a father fight for?
Deborah is watching. Thank you very much. Let's see if I missed any other comments. Beautiful. Kenneth is saying, you are awesome. Thanks for being a warrior in this fight. That's a war that was forced on us. We are peaceful people. I was a good slave in the system. I have 2 advanced degrees. I was a manager in the largest companies in the world. I didn't want to do protests in the neighborhood, but they are taking my children.
Exactly. You have to do whatever it takes.
But is it life?
Fighting for my life.
Is it life without your children? Is it life anyway? And that's not that much over.
Careful.
But words of praise. Jason is saying they're loading their mind and lips toward parental alienation. That should be illegal. Absolutely right. Parental alienation is child abuse. And that's the modus operandi of the courts is very simple. They use any pretense to separate the children. They keep the children away illegally. They allow the alienated to brainwash the children. And once they're sufficiently alienated, they hide behind the children. Oh, the children don't want to see you. It's very simple. It's 1, 2, 3. It's very nasty. It's dirty. But that's what oppression does.
100%.
That's what they do. Plausible deniability is the name of the game.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what Soya is saying. Thank you for chiming in, Soya. Thank you for joining. We have to unite in masses and demand all our elected officials to take action, that means that whoever is going through this cannot have the mentality they just fight for their battle cry. That's true. The systemic nature, of what's going on in family court is concealed. It's concealed. Everybody who goes to the court, they gaslight you. They immense emotional pressure. People don't know they can bring actually people to court, watch for them. It's unbelievable. It's in the law. There's a public court. They're our courts. When a judge tells you it's my courtroom, no, judge, it's not your courtroom.
It's under Judiciary Law 4, Section 4.
In New York, it's Section 4, but overall, it's our courtroom.
Right.
These are our courts. These are our courtrooms. It's not your courtroom, judge. So people don't realize how systemic it is. Go court watch. We have another parent who just court watch for me. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting notifications, low battery, and we need to wrap up soon. So yes, this is systemic. People need to understand it's systemic. Cash Jackson chiming in. Hello, brother. Hello, Cash. And absolute immunity, absolutely. Yes. They invented absolute immunity. It's not in the law. The judges invented it for themselves. It's unbelievable. People don't realize it. But the concept of absolute immunity comes from the monarch. Americans fought and won a war against an absolute monarch, and now we have it back.
Yeah. And this is a Nazi system we're living in.
Absolutely right. What is absolute immunity? Yep.
You can't play God.
Yeah, Amber is saying, we need to get your battery back for your life.
That's true. And take people's children away from them.
Mike
just off of hearsay.
Mike is saying, my daughter tells me it has nothing to do with her, it's between me and her mother. I have a smart daughter. She will be okay. My daughter doesn't have a clue what's really twist. Absolutely right. They're children. They don't understand if they eat, ice cream without limits, right? They will get sick, right? They're children, we as a society don't allow them to drive, drink beer, to buy certain products, right? But as a society, which parents is better for them. This is not normal. It's all a scam. Court watching is one of the best ways to see real face in family courts, correct? Unless they block you, which they do legally. So I did educate the courts in East County. You guys feel we have the technology, we need to utilize the technology. Right now we have the ability to live stream, to edit the videos, that's social media platforms, that's the advancement, that's the game changer of our times. Ken is saying you are missing a very important part, that funds funnels money to the general fund, the retirement fund is funded 88% of the general fund. That's true, Ken.
Oh, careful, guys.
That's a great insight, because people don't realize, not only family court judges, all over the judges. That's why our appeals go nowhere. The appellate court in New York doesn't intervene in so-called intermediary decisions. Why? That's how they preserve alienation. I stopped just counting how many appeals I filed. Nothing happens. Roman, that's why I say Roman tell people what they should do if they are currently going through this. What can everyone do? Go public. Be public. Be public. Record your stories. Don't attack your exes. Don't mention your children. Focus on government oppression, which is what it is. Lisa is watching. Thank you very much. Beverly, thank you very much. A very, very loyal supporter. Love you guys. Jason's brothers fighting for the kids. Heard a couple stories being alienated like that. A couple. Millions. There are millions. People are so demoralized.
100%.
Yes. Brianna is saying, heroes wear cameras.
Hello, you're here?
Yeah, just I got it right back as well. I got to.
Okay, let's see.
You're headed out, you said?
Yeah, I got to square. You come back.
Oh, you want to, okay, because okay,
We're
no
coming in
problem.
and out, but we have a good crowd here, so that's amazing. Okay, the time is 8:33, so we'll be here for now about an hour.
All the judges and lawyers, they all come together, and it's the same story. So what I watched when I seen someone else's story in a court watch, they said the same thing about that dad as they said about me. And I was taken back, like, how could that be true for both of us? You know,
Yeah.
they're lying. They're making up the same story for
What
both
worse
of
can
us,
happen?
and
They only
they're
took your
making us
children.
seem like we're
You are not-
crazy
you are not the
and
parent. You
we're
cannot parent your children.
making things
Even if you
up.
see them.
And
Right.
as
Every
I
other
saw
weekend,
when
right?
I court watched, I noticed that.
We have to prove that, like, it's like
sane
we're
and-
saying when literally like our kids were just taken away
just
like that,
taken
and now
away.
we have to
And
prove
it's
through
like
all these orders, which are
they
asinine.
said the same thing. They said, "Dad's angry. Dad is upset." Of course, I'm angry. You took my son away from me. Why? Who wouldn't be angry?
Right.
I'd be a bad father if I wasn't angry.
Correct.
You know, so
Correct.
You know,
It's
and
all
they-
gaslighting
They
tactics they use
gaslight
against
me
you,
like
and
like no man's business.
it's so
And-
obvious, and we're not
they say the
stupid.
same things in court. They say the same exact things as far as, you know, why aren't you involved in your child's life? Because I'm being alienated. You know, I don't know. Mom is doing whatever she wants. That's actually something you should be working on to help me get, you know, access to my child's medical records, access to their school records. My ex is not giving me those things. You know, I'm not even getting the chance to talk to my son. And, you know, I'm being totally alienated, and it's because of Judge McFarland. It's because of Judge DeLizzo.
Yes.
You know, Ian Berlinger was my son's attorney, and he took a bribe from my ex and recused himself. They're not talking about that.
Yeah, and that should be grounds for his dismissal. If not worse, that's a crime. That's a crime. He should be arrested for that.
That's illegal.
Correct.
That's illegal. He took bribes from my ex, and then he recused himself. Now I have Kathleen Walsh, who's never met me, but has all these awful things to say about me.
That's exactly right.
It's just unbelievable. Like, these are monsters.
Oh yeah.
They're monsters.
100%. I couldn't agree more. Hold up the signs, guys. Anyone else is joining? We're here in Janet McFarland's neighborhood protesting the tyranny, her just the violations committed against many, overwhelmingly fathers in the family court system here in Richmond County in Staten Island. And here we go. Here's some advocates and protesters. Stop separating families. Save Roman's children. Papa loves you. Juries in family courts now. Parental alienation harms children forever. Migrant dads and American dads against forced separation. Not only does it happen at the southern border where they separate children, but it's happening within our country, all across cities, towns, all across America. It's just insane. I just want to be a dad, and here I am with Roman, who's been the victim, along with many others.
But the judge,
Janet McFarland.
Judge Janet McFarland, who separates children from loving parents, mothers and fathers. There's a Facebook group. Just search for the name. Facebook.
And that's how I found
How many
them.
people? Yes.
That's how I found them.
The victims come out all the time. Unfortunately, not everybody is brave, and it takes time to build the bravery. But the sooner you build it, the sooner you'll be free.
100%. Most people are. They don't have the guts. They don't have the balls to come out here, protest.
Robert,
you know,
I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them.
Yeah.
Until I reached out, you know, I reached out. I found this group, and you know, it's been a saving grace.
Yes, judges, like I said before, they're elected officials, just like any other elected politicians, and have to be held accountable. And if you know they violate the Constitution, your rights, we have a right under our First Amendment to protest, just like we do with politicians, public servants, which includes police, any other government officials, and judges are included. Here in New York State, the Supreme Court justices are elected, but the family court, within the 5 boroughs, I should say, are appointed by the mayor, which is also a branch of government. So these are all government officials, well within our right to, and protected under our First Amendment right to protest and assemble here peacefully.
You know, once they heard or accused Governor Cuomo of, you know, sexual harassment, he was out of there. You know, this is harassment on fathers and children. Not to mention,
that's a good point.
This is not just affecting us; it's affecting children. So this is very important, not just for us. Don't think that, you know, we're fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for our children. That's it. That's it.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, this is
Parents in New York, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's Texas. It's New York.
This is a not just a national, but also a global phenomenon. Absolutely. You speak to other fathers from different countries. We had a protest maybe a couple months back. I think was it Sweden, Roman, or one of those countries, and the same thing happens there. It's all over, Europe, Asia.
A father from Japan,
you know, all over. It's a global phenomenon.
Absolutely right. Amber is saying yes. The child abusers, heartless judge, without children.
Right.
Not
it's
to
not
mention,
a personal thing. It's
one important thing as well is that there are persuading the mothers to say these things.
Yes.
Some mothers don't even feel like even pursuing all the things that the lawyers are making them do. But they say, you want your children? Listen, you're going to have to accuse him of hitting you. You're going to have to accuse him of, I swear.
I know.
I was a victim of it as a child. My mom, did it with my dad. And
that's we are seeing alienation generation.
So this is a generational thing now.
This is a
because of the
pattern.
court
This is
system.
straight out of their Nazi playbook,
Absolutely.
and this is
Destroy
what
the
they
family.
do
Some
to destroy the
women don't
family and
even
rip them
feel
apart.
like this, but when they get when the child gets older and they have to face the fact that you separated their father from them,
Mm-hmm.
that's when it becomes a reality. Like, oh, I should not have, and maybe I should not have done that, and
Well, that's what you think, but many of these women are vindictive, narcissists who just have no emotion. Many of them have no
Absolutely.
empathy.
Because they feel angry at the time. At this time you feel angry, but you have to just think about your child first. Don't think about yourself. Think about your child first.
For years.
Because every child deserves a father. Every
100%.
child deserves a mother and a father.
Independent of the parents,
100%.
they rely like air on the court.
Parental alienation is psychological abuse. That is true, as Obi was just highlighting. It insidiously over time affects them mentally, psychologically. What this court's doing, how they're facilitating, or the judges make these decisions, and they just destroy children. Children love both of their parents, true. This is our peacefully here protesting.
Right to government representatives.
Peaceful protesters, advocates of this very issue. This very core issue.
We welcome change can be made. Jason saying by design, the way the judges are desensitized. Correct. They start with custody visitation cases. They slowly or not slowly they're moved to termination of parental rights and adoption, and that's how the child trafficking chain of supply chain starts. So in Cook County, New York. Yes, that's everywhere. So, okay, thank you very much for everybody who's watching. I'm just my battery is running out. Please join Eli Evans' stream. I think he has he came with more juice in his phone. So I just want to preserve the live stream, so I'll save it.
Okay.
One last shot. Police is completely professional. That's very good.
That is
Thank
true.
you, officers.
100%. Okay, I guess we'll be wrapping it up. We'll be walking down with the signs and.
Yeah, we should proceed into the courthouse to watch for Obo. We'll
Correct.
come into your court.
And the same judge is
absolutely.
shortly will be
We'll see if she lets us in, because sometimes you are blocked. So, which is completely illegal.
What's been happening in my court case, because I haven't had court watchers, is they're able to manipulate me and the situation.
Yes.
So I try to get points across, and I get blocked by Judge McFarland. When I noticed that,
And your own attorney, appointed
my
by
own
the state.
attorney.
Yes.
That's who's
You're
appointed.
surrounded by the state. Just pay attention. You're surrounded by the state. Everybody's funded by the
So I'd
state.
rather represent myself and get my points across.
Okay, keep your fingers up for Obo today.
Even I believe nothing will happen because Judge McFarland is not impartial. But I believe that once I get my message out and it's in the court documents, that I will be able to take it to an appellate court and fight against Judge McFarland, because I've reported her already.
Look at the diversity here.
Yeah.
Family court does not discriminate.
Correct.
Children are separated at the border, and that's an outcry. Children are separated in New York from loving fathers who have no other choice but to be public, right? And you see no press here, even though we told them.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks
yeah.
everybody. So please find the Eli Evans, ELIEVANS.
Correct.
On Facebook. He's still streaming. I'm just want to make sure the stream is preserved. So
Very good.
Thanks everybody.
Okay, we're gonna head out. We're gonna walk with the signs and okay. All right.
You sure we shouldn't do one around, the loop and come back out?
You want to? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's do it. All right. Hey, this way. One more loop around, and we're coming back. Yeah. All right, just follow him.
Hang on.
All right. One loop around, amigo. Yeah.
Let's say thank you to the officers.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for
You're doing well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate the professionalism. Thank you.
All right, we're here. We're protesting. This is a peaceful protest in the neighborhood of Janet McFarland, protesting constitutional rights she's violated against many fathers, such as Roman Brick and Obi is another one who has a court appearance shortly. And as you can see, we have many supporters here who are advocating and protesting for this corruption, this issue that's plaguing our children. Look at this. Okay. Walk around this side and then look at that. Let me get a bit the writing on the signs. Hold up the sign. Okay. Amazing. Migrant dads, American dads against forced separation. That's true. Okay, amazing. All right, we're gonna start walking back. Okay, look at that. Okay.
Have a great day, officers. We are following.
Right.
Thank you.
Have a great day, guys.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. All that's needed is courage. All that's needed.
Amazing.
And thank you, Elaine.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for coming out. You guys are all brave, courageous individuals. Show a lot of courage, bravery. Many people wouldn't do this. This exhibits bravery, and I commend you. I thank you guys.
No problem.
Con propina a la semana, pues con propina, es que acaba los clientes, dan propina.
Walking back to the country, unless we stop it.
Right.
First Amendment is still respected.
Oh yeah,
That's
100%.
That's the thing that will save us with God. I think we know.
Jacob Belinsky, to answer your question, why were the police there? Because they were called. Probably one of Judge McFarland's cronies called, because they don't like the fact that we are protected under the First
The
Amendment.
neighbors didn't call.
No, I don't think it was the neighbors.
Yeah. Okay, we're leaving the area.
All right.
Yeah. Beautiful. Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I am signing. Well, you know what? Let's continue this. Let's continue this. Yeah. Let's continue this. This is amazing. All the support, all the signs.
People are watching, yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. We just finished, this is the second time this week, a successful, peaceful protest in the neighborhood of Judge Janet McFarland. As you can see, Roman is a victim, a well-known father who's highlighted the violations committed by McFarland. He's one of the many, but probably the most outspoken, and there's many other victims of Janet McFarland. Many other judges too, but in this instance, Janet McFarland, who also We have another victim here protesting, Obi. His appearance is shortly. So, and this is phenomenal. And this is what we have to do. People have to come out just like any other politicians and elected officials, public civil servants. Judges are also part of that, and we exercise our rights to protest peacefully and assemble peacefully. And the police were called. Nothing happened. They were just there for the presence, doing their job, and I understand that as a retired police officer. And nothing. We were able to...
It can happen to them tomorrow.
Correct. They could be victims too. Many cops are victims of the family court. I know personally. Many of them are my friends.
Yep.
Firefighters too. Many city workers. You're good when they need you, but the minute you get sucked into that family court vortex, especially within the state of New York and other states too, they don't care about you. They use you, they chew you, and spit you out like you're a piece of gum.
Yep. They use the fact that you had a weapon.
Correct. Yeah, many times with police officers, they use your weapon against you. You could carry a firearm for many years. Same thing with military. They're overseas. They serve many tours in Iraq, Afghanistan, many of these countries. But the minute, you know, they get sucked into this family court, this vortex of family court, you know, these frivolous allegations start flying from vindictive exes, and now you're treated worse than a convicted felon. You're a criminal who, and many times, many of these people, many of us who get sucked into, we're never arrested. We've never had a case against us. No child neglect, abuse, nothing. Clean record, and now we are in their system, their little matrix. And that's what happens here, folks.
What happens to the military is atrocious. Cash Jackson came by.
100%.
He has a complex story, and he's a better narrator of his story, but he was a veteran, served in the Navy, and so many stories. I heard the story of a veteran who was actually accused in the court of being a murderer for hire, for defending American democracy, right? Ostensibly.
He was a war veteran, and, they used that against him. And he protected this country.
These words were stricken from the record. You cannot see them.
And he wasn't a resident of New York. I think it was Chicago. He was a resident. So it happens everywhere. It's not just New York. It's everywhere.
Because it's a policy. This is government policy.
100%.
It's global. It's not only in America. Some people still don't realize it. Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Look at
America, First Amendment still works.
100%. All right, folks. Okay. Thank you again for your support. Roman, any last words?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for those who chime in. Thank you for those who share. Thank you for those who ask questions and participate and pray. This is a spiritual war more than anything else. So with our courage, with God's help, we will preserve the freedom and free our children, and then free everyone.
And just one last thing, if anyone is local in the area, last minute thing, one of the victims of McFarland is also here, Obi. I forgot his last name, but he's also a victim. He has court shortly at 9:30. Richmond County Family Court. The location is, what was it again, Roman? 18
Richmond Terrace in Staten Island, New York. It's right by the ferry.
So if you could make it, if there's any locals here who are watching this who could make it, that'd be greatly appreciated. If not, if all you're listening, just please pray for him that, he could see his children and his children, that he gets the justice that he deserves to see his children. Okay, all right, guys, signing off. Thank you so much for the support.